Well, hey guys, welcome back to Epic Cars, and today we're going to do a little bit of a different video in the fact that I'll just be kind of talking to you. I don't really have any projects going on at the moment, so really what this is going to be is kind of a project update. Talk to you about the Willys, the Jeep that I've got that I've actually sold. I've got my mom and dad's Excursion that I'm working on. I've got Project Old Bones update, the Hummer H3 update, and 55 Chevy's coming back home. I did not sell that. I took it down to a consignment place in Dallas, and you can see that video linked up above, and it did not sell. That being said, it's at the end of the term of the consignment situation, and the guy called me yesterday and said he's got 2 people looking at it. So it could sell in the next day or two. But I'm scheduled to go pick it up this week and bring it back home. Do I want to sell it? Yes, for the same reasons as I've always wanted to sell it. It's almost too nice, and I'm afraid to drive it. And getting it back, I'm a little bit torn. Am I going to still sell it? Yes. I may wait, 2-3 months, kind of get through the summer and just drive it this summer and have fun with it. It's got a really nice AC system in it, that kind of stuff. So it'd be just a perfect summer vehicle, and then maybe sell it in the fall. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of going back and forth on that. I'm getting ready to start a new business, and so having the cash out of that car would be good. But at the same point in time, I don't know if I'm really in the mood to sell it just yet. So here's some updates on the projects that I've got going on right now. Okay, so the Hummer project. Well, I've been working on that Hummer project now for a few weeks, and if you go back and again link to the videos above or on my channel, I thought it was a rod knock, and I was having really bad problems with it staying running, and then the knock would start developing after I started it. Well, I changed out all the cam position sensors and the crankshaft sensors and things like that, and I'm still having the same problem of it making that noise and dying eventually. It doesn't die as quickly as it used to, but it still dies. And so I've done a lot more research on it, and it looks like it's a timing chain issue. Basically, you've got the 2 camshafts at the top that are connected to the crankshaft, so it's just basically kind of an upside down pyramid. 2 gears here, 1 gear here, and in between that is the chain, the timing chain. Well, I think that the guides on the timing chain are wore out, and my feeling, I haven't dug into it yet, but my opinion is that maybe the chain jumped a tooth on one of the cams, and so that's what's causing it to be out of time. And I think that's what's causing the knock. The knock is not coming from the bottom of the engine. It's coming from that top of the engine, right there where the camshafts are turning. And I think it's a timing chain issue. I'll have the Hummer being dropped off at a mechanic pretty soon, and just going to verify what I think is going on, and then either A, kind of get his opinion on should I fix it and do you think it's going to be fine, or B, I'll try to fix it myself and do that, or C, still move forward with just getting a new engine on that. So there'll be some new videos coming up on that. Second thing, Mom and Dad's Excursion. The last video I did was trying to get those dents out. Well, I've got it going into a paintless dent repair this week, and so it's going to get kind of onced over and the big dents taken out, that kind of stuff. It's all cleaned up, it's serviced. I've got a couple of little things to do to it, but it'll be on the market in the next, probably I would say in the next 2 weeks at most, and we'll get that gone. I'm half tempted. It's one of those, it's just such a nice car that, man, I want to keep it, but you know me, I want to keep everything. So it's got to go, and it's not even mine, it's their car, so I'm selling it for them, and so I'll get that done. So Old Bones is still having transmission issues. I haven't really been driving it a lot lately because of the transmission issues. The AC doesn't work really good on it. So I'm taking it to my transmission guy, I'm dropping it off, and I'm just going to have him work on it because I can't figure it out. I've changed out the speed sensors, I've looked at the computer module. It runs, there's days I turn it on and it runs just fine. And then there's days I turn it on, and after about 5-10 miles, it starts doing this weird shifting thing. So I have no idea what's going on. To me, it's an electrical issue or a sensor issue, not necessarily a gearing issue. So I don't think it's going to be a rebuild on the transmission, but I'm definitely dropping it off to him. He's a really good guy. He'll dig into it, and good thing about him is he won't charge me. I mean, he's not going to tell me, hey, you need a full rebuilt transmission when maybe it's just a $50 part. I mean, he's a very honest guy. So he's just a local Edmond, Oklahoma guy. So I'll drop it off to him and see what he can find out on it. Get the AC charged. I can do that. You know, that's not a big deal. And then I'm going to get back onto Project Old Bones. Yeah, I've got a ton of traffic on my Old Bones videos. So obviously, thank you very much for, first of all, subscribing. I'm up to, I think, over 750 subscribers now, so it's starting to really gain. But I've gotten away from my Old Bones videos just because I've just had so much other things going on. I'm hearing from you guys saying, hey, no more Old Bones videos. So they will be coming. I got to get the transmission fixed first, and then I'll kind of get back onto it. Because the main thing I want to do with Old Bones is continue to upgrade it. And each time I do an upgrade, I'm going to do like a 0 to 60 speed test and things like that. And so I want to be able to give you guys accurate results on each time that I do an upgrade to the engine or to the drivetrain. And I can't do that right now with the transmission acting the way it is. So that explains why I haven't done it. I'm sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me. I know some of you are out there. But Old Bones will be coming back fairly soon. Let's get the transmission fixed soon, and then we'll get back on that. Oh, and I sold the Jeep Willys. Cool thing about that is I sold it to a local guy here in Edmond, so it's going to stay in town, and it's a really cool story. So the really cool story about the 48 Willys that I sold, had it on Facebook for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 days, and I went out and kind of sent some links out to people in the area. And one of the things I stumbled across was the International Flat Fender Club, and they have an Oklahoma division, which they call the Oklahoma Patrol. And so I sent the pictures and the link and everything, because it was on Facebook Marketplace, to their group. And a really nice gentleman by the name of James reached out to me and gave me access to the club and made sure that he commented on it and pushed it out to other people that are very interested, obviously, in flat fender Jeeps. And so I've been corresponding with him the last few days, and just a great group of guys that I've seen so far. Unfortunately, I did know about him before, and I'm just now kind of finding out about it. Once I'm selling my flat fender. But it's definitely a group of guys that I'm probably still going to continue to correspond with and go to their meetups and things like that, just because I really like the Willys in general. I always had Jeeps. I've had a Jeep CJ7. I've had a Jeep Wrangler. I've had the 4-door versions. I've been around Jeeps. I think the first Jeep I had was whenever I was 16, or maybe 17. So I've been around Jeeps forever. And the flat fenders have always been kind of my favorite. I mean, the CJs, don't get me wrong, I had a 1986 CJ7 Laredo, so it was the last year for the CJ7. It was a Laredo version. Man, I loved that Jeep, and I was dumb and I sold it, and I should have kept it because it was just, it was the nice one. It had AC, it was a hard top. It was a nice vehicle. But I had that in high school, and obviously, how high school, well, you know me by now, I can't keep a car very long, and I've got to get something new. I've got an ADD when it comes to cars. But I'm really liking the flat fenders, and what I'm wanting to get into, the Jeep that I have now, the 48 that I'm selling, it was just too nice. It was kind of like my 55, it was just too nice. I wanted to take it off-roading, and I wanted to do things with my Jeep. And this one was almost too nice to do that, and so I felt it was good to go on to somebody else. But I will definitely, in the near future, maybe in the next year or so, get back into a flat fender, just because I really enjoy it. But go check it out on Facebook, the International Flat Fender Club, and then it's called the Oklahoma Patrol of the International Flat Fender Club. I think it's a private group, so you've got to ask to join it. I think James is the facilitator of that, and learn more about the flat fenders, because they are really cool. And I'm actually looking really forward to getting another flat fender and starting the process of fixing it up again. But to where I was going in the story in the beginning is I sold it to a guy named John, who is the founder of the Honor Crew, and it's a local charity-based organization. that goes around, and basically the gist of the deal is they are a group of handymen handymen and contractors who go around and help women or wives of deployed soldiers, and help them out with just around the house stuff, because it says on here, something small becomes something big, something small has a chance to become very expensive. So, they'll get involved very early in maybe a handyman thing around the house, fix it before it gets out of control, or fix it before it gets too expensive. And at the Honor Crew, we want to take the burden off families who serve and protect our great nation. We want to serve them, we want to help, to fix, and encourage. Great organization. Go over to their website. I'll put it up here. It's www.thehonorcrew.org, and go check it out. It's a local organization. It's a local charity. They go out and they help deployed military personnel. So men or women that are deployed, they help their children out. They help their spouses out, and kind of keeping the house put together while they're across, wherever they're at, or whatever they're doing, protecting our freedoms and other people's freedoms. They go out there and they help these individuals out. So what's cool about this is the Jeep. I sold it to the guy who runs this organization, and he's going to be using it for parades, for fundraising efforts, things like that. Obviously, it fits into the kind of the military profile. He's a really good gentleman. He's got a group of individuals here locally that are definitely have a heart for our soldiers, and are doing a really good thing. In fact, I'm going to sign up. I haven't told John this yet, but I'm going to sign up to be part of the Honor Crew. I'm pretty handy, and I can do some things. Maybe not big stuff, but I can at least help out, or I've got connections where I can help out from that standpoint. So happy that the Jeep is going to a local person. I'll get to see it again someday, because it's literally staying in the same town where I live. And secondly, it is going to be used for a great cause. It's going to help raise money and awareness for this great organization called the Honor Crew. So that's what's going on, guys. Really, to end this out, I'm going to say, I've got a couple of videos coming up that you guys are really want to see if you're into Raptors and if you're into off-roading. It is going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of an adventure that I'm taking my Raptor on, and I'm really looking forward to shooting that over the next few days, and then I will put it up sometime in the near future. But if you're a Raptor fan, if you like mountains, you like off-roading, this is going to be some videos that you need to be paying attention to. So stay tuned. Remember, subscribe below. I'm almost to that coveted 1,000 subscribers mark, which is, I can't even believe that. This kind of started off as just a thing to, I don't know, just share some information about my hobby. And it started to turn into something bigger than I thought it would turn into. I'm just surprised that many people, want to listen to me blab about cars. So thank you so much, and really appreciate your support and all your comments, and look forward to some really cool videos coming up. So God bless, guys. Take care.